after like a short hiatus after like an 8-day hiatus with videos. So once again, the Eastern Pacific is once again lit up with tropical cyclones. Of course, what else is new at this point? Anyway, this is Tropical Storm Howard, and this is new designated tropical depression Tenny. Let me get to both of these systems. I want to cover them. First of all, this is Tropical Storm Howard. You can kind of see this system was declared July 31st. It's kind of a short-lived tropical storm. We're supposed to be winds, according to the latest anti-devices, at 50 knots. You can kind of see, much like Agatha, this is mostly is mostly supported by a nice poleward alpha, which as you can kind of see up here. And you can see it's moving to some stratocumulus air aloft. You can see some nice curved banding is evident. The latest SAB number is at T2.5. That seems a bit low, but also the latest ADT numbers have been fluctuating between T.30 and T.40. That appears to be somewhat more reasonable at this time. That appears to be somewhat more reasonable at this time. I mean, but then in addition to this is a new designated tropical depression behind it. You can see there's a very good moisture envelope already. You can kind of see that nice blob to the southwest. You can kind of see some nice equatorial alpha, some very curved banding features. You can see signs of very low shear. Actually, in both of these sort of systems. So you can kind of see your drier air and Howard's case off to the north. Both of these systems have very nice structures. And overall, this depression has an interest. Track guidance is in very good agreement with this depression. The question is going to be intensity. I'll get to that later. Regardless, right now, moderate wind shear is currently in effect, and there's some very warm waters. Alright, but let's get right to it. This is the UK map. Before I mention this, I'm going to mention this briefly, is that the UK map is showing another tropical cycle behind. Partially forming from the remnants of Atlantic Tropical Storm Earl behind Howard and likely future Iviette. So, just pointing it out right now. Anyway, let's take a look at the model runs, the European model. You can see it kind of weakens Howard slowly. Wind shear is low. Waters are around 26C. In about the 26C range. And you can see Leah has Howard crossing over into Hawaii. Near Hawaii as a post-tropical remnant low. And then eventually also brings future Iviette close just south of Hawaii. I mean, it appears this intensity forecast, appears really low, just appears too low because of the shear that's being explicitly shown on the European model. Not the European model, but on the GFS model, it's looking rather low, and the sea surface temperatures look rather warm. Those two factors are probably going to allow for a strengthening Iviette to become a hurricane, possibly a stronger hurricane. There may be some moderate wind shear later on. One system nears Hawaii, and I don't think sea surface temperatures will be much of a problem for this system. And I think there's a decent chance that this will become a potentially potent hurricane in a few days, even though the European appears to have a terrible handle on. The gold models appear to have a terrible handle on, which sometimes happens in this part of the world. And then, let's take a look at the intent. And there's some evidence that, in addition, I'd also like to point out the JFDL and HWRF that also kind of proves the theory that I was talking about just earlier, about how they have a poor handle on it, because I'm seeing much higher intensities from even the statistical guidance and the hurricane guidance and from the GFS and Europeans. Well, the current agency intensity of our new tropical depression is at 30 knots and a peak system at 75 knots. Now, it's probably conservative. I'm thinking this system has a good chance of becoming a Category 2 or 3 hurricane over the next few days. But nevertheless, that's it for this video. Hope you guys enjoyed it watching. Bye!